All right, Zoo Crew. It's a day 14 of 90. We've survived 2 weeks on our own. Shout out to all of us. Yeah. So, you know what they say though, third time's the charm, right? I've literally filmed this video 3 times, and the way I'm filming it is I have my iPhone on my gimbal, so DJI Osmo Mobile 6, I think. They're always coming out with new shit, right? So it's unless you're keeping track, you know. But yeah, point being, so I filmed this. The first time it ended up being like an hour long video. Second time, probably like again 20, 30 minutes. And it's now like 10 o'clock and I'm literally have to shoot it again because like I don't know if it stops recording, right? So apparently like my phone ran out of storage and then like this the camera just went off. So this whole time I'd been talking to myself thinking I'm recording, but nothing was recording. So this will probably be a better video than the first two because now I've done this fucking twice already, third time now. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly recap today. I went to the gym with Mina in the morning, which was epic. We booked our trip to Saskatoon, and and then we spent the rest of the day just kind of like hanging out, you know. And there's a lot to kind of unpack in terms of all of that, but I think I'll leave that for a later date. And yeah, so I mean, in terms of what I was discussing yesterday, like this whole post that I made, pretty much just calling out like my dad as like a weak man. I archived it, right? And then like all of this extra stuff happened with like my mom gaslighting me and being like, oh, like just attacking me and whatnot, right? So I ended up posting the caption again with like a few alterations, and I used a photo of me wearing like Stefan Arnio's fur coat and like holding a portrait of him. Rest in peace, Stefan Arnio, the big homie, gone too soon. He would have crushed it in today's world. Anyone who knew Stefan, you know what I'm talking about. Like he literally would have crushed it in today's world. You know, just given the rise of like Andrew Tate and like similar, you know, especially because like he knew about business, art, history, philosophy, etc. Right? Very well spoken, very knowledgeable, like a visionary type of guy, like a polymath, you know. But yeah, so I ended up posting that, and I don't know like what's gonna happen, but I'm not really afraid. And it's not like I was doing or like saying anything defamatory, right? So like my mom just started freaking out because I guess like she felt the pressure from my dad, or like she's fearing my dad and like his siblings or whatever. But and then like she called me gaslighting me, like, oh, like you're having a manic episode and stuff. And I was like, pause. First of all, if I was having a manic episode, you think attacking me, being like, oh, you're having a manic episode, is gonna help solve anything? No, obviously not, right? So, and then the second thing is, it's like I realized it's all of her fear, and like she's trying to give it to me to take, and I took it, and then like, you know, it was my fear that stopped me from posting that. And you shouldn't let fear stop you from speaking your truth or sharing your story. And this is what I'm realizing because this one person who reached out to me, and like the more I kind of get to like hear his story, first of all, like it sucks that he had to go through this, right? And like I feel for him, but at the same time, like now like I'm hearing all of this, so it's like crazy because he's describing my life down to the T. So like he went through this, and like I can see like he's literally living his best life now, you know? So it inspired me, and hopefully somebody will see this and like my story will resonate with them, and then they'll be inspired to break free from whatever cage they're trapped in, you know? And this ties into this whole thing I was talking about before with like all of the clips that I had been getting. And then like, so I posted the clips and I deleted the clips because I was like, oh, like I'm seeking validation, right? And nothing that I'm talking about in these videos is like me seeking validation. It's just me documenting my journey and like restarting my life, right? And I realized it's just the fear. Like I don't want people who know me in real life to know like the reality of what's going on in my life right now, right? So it was fear, and like fear of being judged. That's why I would post these to this YouTube channel that I didn't tell anybody about. So whoever's watching this, like you literally like were meant to find this video and see it, right? And now I'm realizing like what am I afraid of? Like I might as well just post these clips to Instagram and like TikTok and YouTube or whatever, you know? And the thing is, like, I guess part of the fear was that I have this like super curated Instagram, right? And people go and they see like, oh, 60,000 followers and like tons of engagement and stuff. And like, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth right now. So the only reason I have so many followers is because first of all, I spent 20K to take part in this giveaway by High Key where it was Rick Ross and Kevin Hart, right? So that shit boosted my account to like over 120,000 followers, and like this is pre TikTok. And then the other thing is like I have another homie who runs like an agency, so he was boosting my account by like 10,000 followers a month, and then running like engagement groups, right? So initially the engagement group was like it was a Discord group where like all of us would send our posts, and then like you would like everybody in the group would go and like comment, like, share, etc., right? And then like now it got to a point where like you would literally just post and like their backend would take care of everything. Although like yeah, I'm sure like most of it is bots and shit now. And I think people are starting to like wake up to this just because like this whole Kendrick and Drake thing that exposed the bots, right? And like big podcasts or whatever, you know? So me, like, because I played the game and like I saw behind the curtain, I know how everything works, right? So I can see somebody's profile and like I automatically know like if they're a fraud or not. And that's because, well, guess what? I was a fraud, right? I played the fucking game. None of this shit was real, right? But it served its purpose. The purpose was to make money, build status, social proof, etc., right? So I would walk into a room and then like I would manipulate the situation to a point where like somebody would ask what my Instagram was, and then they would go to my Instagram and now automatically they see me in like a whole new light, right? So it was all the fucking game. And now I'm just kind of shedding all of that. So for some reason the engagement group was still going off. So the last two posts I made to Instagram like just popped off, and then I posted today after I changed my username to match the YouTube, and there's like 25 likes on the post, right? So that's the reality. And before I was trying to like maintain this image and like persona, but now I've like shed all of that and I don't really care, you know? So yeah, this is the truth. This is who I am. No filters, no smoke and mirrors, just authentic Manzoor, you know? It's just you and me. We're here discussing life, learning, going on this journey of growth and figuring shit out, you know? Like I'm making mistakes along the way, but I'm human and that's what life is about. And alhamdulillah for everything, you know. So yeah, I mean, I guess those were the main points. Obviously like there was some other shit that I learned about social media that like worked, but maybe we'll get into that a different day. All in all though, it was a pretty good day and I feel very much like at peace and calm. And I think a lot of that was to do with the fact that like I spent time with Mina. um when you have a person like that and it just feels like home, like you can't explain it to anyone who hasn't like experienced that, you know. um and that's what I was trying to like explain to her. It's like, look, money is going to come and go, job is going to come and go, like the only thing that really matters is like the time you spend with like people you care about, you know. And yeah, that's why you got to be very picky with who you let into your life. And it's harsh, but like sometimes you got to remove your family, right? So the silver lining in all this is though, like, yeah, I lost my mom and my dad, but like, I feel like I have a much stronger relationship with my older sister now, and I'm starting to understand her more. And as I'm saying this, I'm realizing like I never really tried to understand her, and I was just too busy judging her. And now, like, looking at it from like this new point of view, I can kind of see like she is a very impressive person also, you know. Like she went through a lot, like, and like came out on the other side like strong as hell and like successful, has her own business, you know. And like she didn't get any of like the business training that I did. Like I was literally groomed to be an entrepreneur, and like I'm standing in all this and I'm like, damn, like I had all of these like training and stuff and I still couldn't pull it off. Mind you, I feel like a lot of that was to do with the environment. But yeah, like she literally chose her independence and like freedom, and then now, and like wasn't planning to be an entrepreneur, and like boom, now has a business, you know. So mad props to her. And yeah, I mean, I'm learning a lot about life, I'm learning a lot about people. I'm realizing like I literally have to learn how to be an adult, right? Like I have to learn how to manage my time. I have to learn how to build a routine, how to like schedule shit, how to friggin' cook, how to clean, how to manage a house, how to manage finances, like all of these things that people learn much earlier in life. Like I'm learning now, but I'm grateful because had I not taken the step of like leaving everything that I know, I would have never learned this and I never would have become like a real adult, right? So it's only now that I'm taking so much extra responsibility that I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can feel proud of myself, you know? And then because I'm like taking so much ownership and responsibility of my life, if shit does fuck up, like it doesn't phase me. Before, like if I made a mistake, I would like be devastated. I would spiral. I would just like lose my mind and like each mistake I made like determined my self-worth. Now it's like, okay, cool, I made a mistake. And like what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this, you know? And just kind of owning it, you know? But yeah, I'm exhausted. It's been a freaking long day. It's been 2 weeks of just being stretched, you know? But look out for the clips. I'm gonna start flooding social media with these clips, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I'm sure when people see these on Instagram, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?" You know? And the thing is, it's not like anything's going on. This is just the reality. It's just that I'm now like showing you guys behind the curtain, you know? And yeah, it's I'm sure people are gonna be riled up and I'm ruffling a bunch of feathers, but like it is what it is, you know? The truth is like a lion. You just set it free and like yeah, who like nothing can stand in the way of the truth, you know? So don't let fear control you. Don't let other people put fear into you. And yeah, have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and find good people to surround yourself with, spend your time with. And that is day 14, take 3. Hopefully, this one recorded the whole way through. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, Zoo Crew.